Hello, my friend.
What's going on, man?
We are back again.
You already know.
Literally, with Ken and Karl.
Literally.
So, yeah, what's happening?
Man, tonight, it's a big night. As we speak right now, what's currently going on is the NCAA, the big championship game. Who's
Yeah.
going to take it all? Alabama, Ohio State, So far, I'm going to go for I don't want Alabama to win, but I do want them to win. But I do want to see Justin Fields just take it and win it.
I don't necessarily think it's about what you want. It's about what's going to happen.
Look,
Nick Saban does not play.
Okay, Nick Saban.
I'm not saying he doesn't lose, because he does. They've lost national championship games before.
Of course. But Nick Saban is to Alabama is what my man is to the Patriots. Like, you just like he gets that formula, he got that recruiting, he knows.
So you're saying he's the Belichick of college football, basically,
right now? Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like, they never like go wrong with their recruiting. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they picking the strongest kid in the school who barely knows how to like read a book or put a triangle into the triangle block. He keeps putting the square, but they're like, oh, look how he gripped that triangle. He has talent. Can you catch a ball? And he just doesn't say yes. He just goes, They picking that type of people. That's how they win these championships year after year after year. I don't know what else he's doing. I don't know if he's sitting there juicing them up. I don't know if he's doing Latimer to him. I don't know, which is my dude, Latimer, place at the table, but still. But it's something that I kind of want to just sit back and go, okay, either way, I'm not mad with it. If whoever wins, I'm like, okay, cool. That's where I'm at with that, but
I can't say that I've watched a ton of sports. Just this year's been kind of ridiculous, and I don't watch a ton of college football. But being in the South, the SEC is always on,
of course,
and not to be a homer, but SEC football is definitely a different level of football.
Of
and
course.
That's not to say that there aren't as good of teams in other conferences.
Right.
Just when you're talking about a conference, it's just so deep with really good football teams that when you play as many games in conference that you do, they're all really tough games.
Yeah, I mean, you look at their schedule, and at the same time look at their program, where the school is located, like just in general, Gainesville, Florida, the Gators. That school's out of the middle of nowhere. Ain't nothing else to do but to play football.
Well, I mean, you can say that about a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
It's the same when you're talking about the Midwest. And those guys are corn-fed. They're pretty big dudes.
I don't know what they doing. Like, I don't even think they cooking they cooking their food. They just eating it, just bare blood and all that. Just come out with big necks and big arms, and just they just know how to just pick up houses, and you tell them to start what's that word, they start crying because they don't know how to read.
Yeah. But, and there are really great teams.
Yeah.
When you look at the Midwest, when you look at Nebraska and teams like that, it's Ohio State's always had really good teams.
Always.
But just conference top to bottom, I just don't see any conference as difficult to run through as the SEC.
Yeah, I remember
that's all I'm saying.
I remember back in the day, it used to be the Big Ten, and then the Big Ten went to shit, and it's been shit since. This went downhill from there. But I mean, that's just how it happens. Divisions, it's just things just shift, and I think it happens.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with cycles. You'll get certain teams become powerhouses, and then they bring up other teams in their conference, and there's been the slow build for the SEC to be that way, the way they are now.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they'll always be that way.
No.
Another conference will end up getting some folks, and
I agree. They're not gonna, like I said, no division, no school, they never stay the same. I mean, at one point, you sat there and thought that Florida State, they used to be the one of the biggest, baddest things out there. and now they're just the baddest thing out there. Just
well, look at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
had been a powerhouse and then went to nothing, and now they've built themselves back to a really good, team again. So
they're still getting there, but let's be honest, they're missing Rudy. Now, I was saying
that was such a good movie.
Rudy,
come on, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And then later
you cried during Rudy.
I did not cry during Rudy.
Come on.
No, when I was watching,
you cried like a bitch.
I did
Rudy.
not. I was laughing my ass off because it was like they were cheering on the slow kid, Rudy. He was just sitting there running, go past and all, just happy as shit. Now, and then what's so bad about it, when I was watching him in Lord of the Rings, I was in my mind, I'm watching and everything. He's like, Mr. Frodo, come on, are you ready to go? In my mind, I'm going, Rudy. That's what I'm doing, And then besides the part where he goes, potatoes, is the funniest shit ever.
First of all, his name was Samwise.
That's right. I can't remember everybody's name.
So
Mr. Frodo, he was talking.
You want to know something though? Speaking of names, I fucked up. It's Ripley, not Ridley, and I said it twice as far as Sigourney Weaver's character in Aliens.
I
watched it with Erica, and she was so disappointed. And I was like, "It's a podcast. What are you gonna do?" And she's like, "Twice." So
she fed you cold food, didn't she?
No. No,
do that.
She's
please.
She's not cool.
No, I'm just saying.
She loves me.
Every time he fucks up and he just says something or misses a whole point or a name, something like that, feed him cold food. He'll remember. That's what I'd say, dude. But I mean, but the thing about it is when we sit here, we talk about these movies. It's not like it's like a recent movie. Like we're talking about movies from the 80s and the 90s. I mean, it's 2021, but I mean in general, and it's already crazy. But it's kind of hard to remember everybody. I mean, now everybody can remember some of the new heads. I mean, but half of them don't have shit on the old heads, man. I mean, and then the way the movies were made, the way the script was wrote, I mean, it just the whole development and sequence and how people could improv and do certain, and then now it's just like, okay, you're a good actor. You're just following a format that got you here. And who are you and where did you come from? And then there's that one person who's got all these things that remind you of the old actors and actresses. Where did you come from? Who left you here? We thank you. I mean, that's what it is now. I mean, it used to be about back in the day when, you had to be a certain height, a certain weight, you had to have a certain look. And then now it's like, okay, let's give them a shot. And then you put that person that shouldn't be in a basically a great history making series, Marvel, and let them be Captain Marvel. That's all I'm just saying. We're
going into Brie Larson. Is that what's going on?
Damn it! I did not say her name. You mentioned it. So Brie Larson. Anyway,
that's who we were talking about.
No.
You just went on for 10 minutes.
Look here, I am not
getting roundabout so that you could shit on Brie Larson, and then I'm the bad guy because I said her name.
I'm telling you, you could have put anybody else in to play Captain Marvel. God damn it! I would have preferred Meryl Streep. You put her ass up there.
You should have played Captain Marvel.
Hell no. No.
That tight, sexy outfit.
My shoulders are too broad. No, like Thanos would have been beating my ass. Like, why is he beating his ass? He can't lift his arm. His shoulders, the pants, it's too tight around there. It's just
every time he goes to lift his arm, it rips.
It rips.
Shit.
But yeah, I mean, in general, I mean, that's why I question certain people. Like, how did you get on? Or basically, I want to say, like, to her, if I could like really meet her, who did you blow?
I mean, Harvey Weinstein would probably be the answer I'd give you.
Yeah, but he probably was like, I mean,
I'm not saying for her specifically. Just, I mean, if you're talking law of averages, that's
if Harvey
basically
Weinstein,
who you had to go through to get parts, right?
Yeah, I would ask Harvey, but Harvey.
I mean, I'm not in Hollywood. I don't know.
Harvey,
Harvey,
did you actually get her into Hollywood? I mean, what did she do for you? Well, I didn't come, but she tried, but in general, I'm not going to do it.
I don't know. I think like they were saying something like it was more about having something on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't know, but that's kind of a weird angle. I don't know what's more invasive.
Yeah.
Whether somebody just wants to have sex with movie stars and has the power to make the movie stars, and a lot of movie stars agree to do it. But like, what if it's not about that? What if it's you want to have this power over people?
I think that is
isn't that creepier?
That is something in that industry. It's a lot of that goes on. I mean, people don't understand. You want everything that comes with being in that. You want the fame, you want the success, and more so, a lot of people want the success more than they do the fame. But at the same time, what are you going to do to get that?
I mean, apparently a lot.
I mean, it's just some people they don't. Some people go through it straight through with no problems, and hey, they, or they just happen to go and open a door to somebody's office and see somebody not bobbing for apples, but hey, they're like, close that door. You didn't see anything. Do you want to be in a James Cameron film? I can make that happen for you. Just don't say anything about what you saw.
Is this like you recounting the past? Has this happened to you?
No, I'm just kicking.
Were you ever offered a James Cameron role?
I'm not offered a James Cameron role. They want me to put me in Avatar. They wouldn't even put me in.
I could see you painted blue running around. Just,
yeah.
I'm a sexy cat.
Yeah. Do like this the whole time. Meow. That's
and
it.
do the whole Nicolas Cage. I'm a sexy cat.
Oh God. Oh my God. but yeah, and then the only thing that bothers me about Hollywood is that it is time to see, like, once again, I said it before, you need more new actors and actresses, because don't get me wrong, I love to see like some of the old heads do it, but some of them now, it's getting kind of time to like, yo, you can't keep doing this role. It's time for you to let it go. Not because you're not a great actor or actress. It's just because you're physically getting older and not making that role that you're trying to play believable. I mean, just how many times you gonna put like Liam Neeson to be like trying to find somebody or hunt or fight somebody?
Hey, don't you be talking about Neeson's?
Neeson's, yeah. Like,
don't you be talking about Neeson's?
Like, I'm gonna find you. And it's like,
okay, so just not to be contrarian, but if you can still do the role and it works, why wouldn't you? Bruce Willis. You can still put Bruce Willis in an action movie and that dude's going to sell it.
True, but the only believable movie that will believe, regardless, he could be 90 years old, it's going to be fucking Die Hard. Because everybody wants to hear him go yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, with no shoes on. He can't have shoes on. He can't have socks on. His feet have to be dirty, and he always try to look for a fucking cigarette.
But those were great aspects to the movie,
right?
Because you're always watching these action movies, and it's like you knock out the guard, and the guard's clothing fits because he happens to be the exact same size as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
look at that! It happens to fit. It's tailored for me.
And it's like it is some bullshit. Don't get me wrong. I do like those.
But in that movie, it's like, his tank top just gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier to the point where, like, at the end of it, it looks like he's wearing a black wife beater.
He's basically looking. Yeah. He's basically looking like my man, Harrison Ford on The Fugitive and shit. Like,
there were so many aspects to that movie. The fact that it's a holiday movie, and people will argue it, but fuck them, that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
that's 100% a Christmas movie.
Dude.
And there were so many aspects to that were great. Like the chauffeur hanging out in the garage the whole time.
Dude.
He was fucking amazing.
The funniest line in there between the two was when Tommy Lee Jones was right there, and my man was sitting up there. He was just like, I didn't kill my wife. And
wait,
he goes,
you're talking about Fugitive. I'm talking about Die Hard still.
Oh, damn it.
Fugitive wasn't a holiday movie.
Fugitive was a look here.
How'd you switch gears on me?
I had to do that.
Shit.
I had to do that because it's old head movies. Old hit movie.
Shit.
Sometimes they run together.
I thought you were gonna say, now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Oh,
the best line in the movie was written.
Okay.
It wasn't even spoke. Well, it was spoken because Hans Gruber said it.
Okay.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Karl. It was the way he did. It was the way he did that though, because he just took his time with that line and just let you know. But okay, The Fugitive, like I was saying. Okay, look here. The funniest shit though. The funniest shit in that movie.
Keep up, everybody.
The funniest shit in that movie though was like when Tommy Lee Jones and my man was sitting there. He's like, I didn't kill my wife, and Tommy Lee Jones looks at him like, I don't care, and he just goes off. That's the funniest shit to me because it's like, yo, I'm not here to prove anything. I'm not trying to prove that you're innocent. I'm here to kill you. I'm here to just take you in so I can go home and get some sleep. That's all he wanted to do.
I don't. You went right to kill you first. Is that just like? I mean,
black man, police. Hello.
I wasn't trying to imply it.
I'm just saying.
You know what? Now I feel guilty because I was trying to imply it without actually being an asshole and implying it. So I just sat here staring at you like,
yeah,
like
are you reaching? Yeah.
Kill people automatically? Is that what you think?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, that's just what it's been to me. Shit, hell. I mean,
I'm shameful.
I'm
shameful.
You're shameful, but I'm
smoking a really nice cigar.
I understand that.
So we should say I had posted an Instagram photo of this nice 3-person set because we were going to have a special guest. We've been talking about him. I am not going to dog the man out because he's sick.
Yeah. He got sick.
But I will say that it was interesting that he got sick right at the last moment.
No,
he was supposed to get on camera.
Yeah. You know, he's trust me, he's coming. But he got sick at the last one with people. And I knowing him, he's not the type of person gonna come in here and talk like he's, you know, voice all messed up and raspy. Because
was that a dig on Q?
Huh?
Was that a dig on Q?
That's not a dig
in here all raspy.
That's not.
Man,
that's not,
you were just throwing lefts and rights.
I like how you threw the shade. You just threw the shade at me.
I didn't. You were the one that was talking shit about Q coming in here with his voice all messed up. He tried.
Look,
he tried really hard.
He did try, and Q sounded like Young Jeezy. I thought he was going to go and start rapping Trap or Die. But in general,
a little bit like The Weeknd.
Oh wow! And I knew she'll be the death of me. This I knew. This I know. But
playing the halftime show.
Oh God. You know, if he could sing like The Weeknd, like he would be dressed up like in his like meat shirt.
No, Q's not doing the halftime show. The Weeknd is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just saying if he was, like he would have this meat shirt on from work.
So right here, we got to put up the Hazy Nut logo.
Yes, everybody, please support. Go to the hazynut.com. Like, trust me, it's good. Karl drinks it all the time. He pretty much, that's all he does. He doesn't even eat. He just drinks coffee. That's what he does.
Oh, I eat. So, I meant to mention this on the last podcast. So we've been doing a lot of stuff. We're trying to kind of set ourselves up for potential future stuff. So there was a change to the YouTube page, and it's no longer literally with Ken and Karl on the YouTube page. It's Oddmodworks.
Right.
And if anybody has actually watched to the end of a podcast, which it's okay if you haven't, we don't care.
But I do.
But it does have Oddmod Productions at the end of the podcast, and it's an artistic working title that Eric and I have used for a number of different projects, skateboard projects that we've done.
Right.
And a lot of her artwork goes under the Oddmod Productions. So when we started this, it just seemed like, you know, a good thing to do to kind of put it all under one.
I think that's the smartest thing to do.
Well, and for anybody that's starting a podcast and wants to do a video podcast and is looking at, you know, how to kind of set up a channel, I was really kind of looking around at podcasters that are really successful.
Right.
Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina P. Been going for a long time, like 11 years or something like that. They've been, you know, they were an early podcaster. The way they've set their YouTube channel up now, they have different podcasts that break on that. So Two Bears, One Cave is one of them.
Right.
Dr. Drew After Dark is a podcast that's on there. Where My Mommy's At with Christina P. Wife of the Party with Bert Kreischer's wife, I think is on there.
Yeah.
And so what they've done is whenever something new goes up on their YouTube channel, they already have all of the subscribers to the YouTube channel.
Which makes sense.
So you're not starting a brand new YouTube channel for every project that you want to do. So when Josh Potter, one of their production guys, started a podcast, he instantly has all the subscribers, whether they watch it or not, that would depend. And I'm sure there's, ways that they can figure out who's watching which videos and pay people accordingly. So I thought it was really brilliant.
It makes sense.
And I know you and I want to do a bunch of different stuff.
Right.
Time with work obviously kind of keeps us from doing too much, but
Very
at some
soon
point
it's going to change.
Yeah, well, and at some point, like I'm going to work myself to a point where I don't have to work anymore.
Right. That's the end game.
Then, if I want to have, a couple other podcasts going, we can do that. And it's all under the Oddmodworks channel.
Right.
With that, we also started a website. So you can go to oddmodworks.com. And actually, you should pull it up. And then we'll do our little flippy do with the button there.
Yeah.
Because I got all this cool technical stuff going on with our wonderful screen. See, I pulled a Vanna White right here.
Really? You did the Vanna? Really?
Yeah, I did the Vanna. But the website has some sections already set up. We're constantly updating it.
Yeah.
And it's got a gallery section, which has the skateboard projects that we did. I'll be putting up some other things that Erica and I have worked on. Erica's got a bunch of different artwork in the gallery that she's done, whether it's paintings or dolls or sculptures or taxidermy. And then she has a spot for sale.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It helps if you plug it in.
Yeah, well, hey, I thought I had it plugged completely in. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? Don't do that. No.
So, in the sale stuff, she's already got a bunch of artwork up for sale, and you can go down further too, and there's a link to the podcast, our YouTube channel, and to our SoundCloud. You can actually listen to the podcast. Ken will figure his computer out one day.
Yeah, it's acting retarded right now. I don't know why.
This is great.
Yeah,
we're professionals.
Don't do this. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay.
I haven't been able to work this properly once. Last podcast, I didn't even have the sound hooked up properly to my laptop. I'm just saying. Right now, I feel like I'm cutting the top of my head off, but I've been fighting it, and I've just been trying to scooch lower so that I'm not like decapitated on camera.
Basically, what he's saying is, I mean, one thing about this whole process, I mean, you're learning as you go, and there's certain things that you're not going to do perfect every time. I mean, you're not going to, trust me, if you watch shows and if you watch like certain movies, there's mistakes in there all the time. You just don't catch them. That's one thing about it. We're not perfect people. We do like screw up from time to time, and it happens. And I'm not going to apologize for being human. I'm just not, but I will blame Karl. So that's what you were saying.
All right. I think I'm slightly less in danger of losing the top of my head to the camera shot.
All right.
I'm so OCD, dude. I can't.
I know, like, you just.
And the worst thing is, you'll never know how much prep I go into for all this shit. And I'm playing with lighting every time and changing shit and trying to figure out like a better. And so I set up for the 3-man set.
You still mentioning that.
And then I had to turn around and switch it back to a 2-man set.
It happens, man. Like
I know. You roll with it.
He's coming now.
So look how impressive that artwork is.
Yes.
It's because Erica's fucking amazing.
You know what? I think one podcast you just need to do a segment, which is you, Erica, and I'll be here, and y'all just talk about Oddmodworks.
Yeah, I would love to get Erica on a podcast.
Right.
Probably never going to happen.
Why is that? Why is that, Erica? Why?
Because unlike us, she has no need for attention.
It's not even attention. Like we don't.
Yes, it is.
We don't yearn for attention.
Yes,
okay,
is.
we just
you are an attention hound.
We are just two assholes to sit up here and talk and express ourselves.
Why did you sacrifice your brain and your body to go bomb on stage on stand up?
It's not about attention. That's more so about just believing you can do something.
Right.
Okay. This right here, people, this was not my idea. The whole podcast thing, that was his idea. He said, yo, we should do a podcast. I've never did a podcast before until now. And now he has me on YouTube talking shit.
I'd never done a podcast either.
Yeah, I mean, but still, you just kept on bugging me. And I was just like, oh, fuck
Come on, this was a great idea. You're having a blast.
It's cool. It's cool to come in here and kick the shit. And at the same time, another reason why it's a good thing to do this is people don't understand. You don't get a chance sometimes. You know, you're too busy caught up in your everyday life. You got to be to work. You got to, you got so many responsibilities. When do you take time to just do something that's you? That where nobody judges you, where you can speak freely, be open about anything, and still not be judged by what you say, good or bad. Sometimes up here I will say some good shit, sometimes I will say dumb shit. But in general, we're just sitting up here and enjoying every moment of what we do. And that's something that, I try to, say to people sometimes. You have to enjoy, pretty much your life. Like, find the joy in it. That's one thing that is about life. You have to find the joy in things, because if you don't, you'll never be happy. You'll always be angry. And most importantly, if you don't do those things, it's going to eat at you, until you take your last breath. That's life. That's what Forrest Gump lives by. But anyway,
sorry. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah.
And we could probably hang out and play video games or something. We've done it before, but I would much rather shoot shit with you and talk shit. So scroll down on the website a little bit.
Oh,
now that you got it pulled up.
Yeah, let's scroll down. Oh, that dog. Notice the drawing, people. Like, you don't like his wife does all the drawing, everything. Like, she is like sick with it. Like, she sick. Like, the whole picture of me in my head and how she did that, I'm still wondering, because his head is huge, and sometimes it's not like brushed all the way, but she pulled it off. So, But anyway, but look at that. You cannot beat that. That is sick.
So click on the shop button.
Oh.
I'm getting bossy. She let me put the captions and stuff in because she didn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that?
What, the art you buy?
Yeah. What does it say underneath it?
Oh, yeah. My glasses are
one of a kind art pieces for people who like owning art pieces that are one of a kind.
And see, that fits because at the same time, I mean, seriously, it fits because, like, one thing about it is she's an artist. She draws. Karl is kind of an artist because of the lightsabers and the way he does things and details and does guitars and stuff. Both of them take their own detail, their own uniqueness, and give you something that you don't see every day. So, I feel like I'm selling y'all stuff? Jesus.
I like it. Keep going. So, scroll down just a little bit.
All right.
So, in the shop, she's got a lot of cool, creepy little ornaments, and she's got some prints for sale. And the different sections on there. So,
okay, I have to say this is on my spirit. I have not seen him since Attack of the Killer Clowns from the 80s. That was the shit. My sister hates that fucking movie to this day. She don't like clowns. She don't fuck with clowns. She hates it. She hopes to never see it, but that's the shit.
You keep scrolling, you'll see all kinds of shit.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
She's insanely talented. So she's got some prints that are for sale.
That's what I'm talking about. This is, don't get me wrong, they're all great. And you know me, I have to say what I have to say anyway. If you find this painting, this drawing, it's going to be with a guy in a white van named Lester. He has that one right there.
Which
Lester
one?
Is going to buy that
the mystery
one.
box?
He's going to buy that one.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, I'm feeling
fingery. Oh, that's a throwback. What's that, episode 6?
Episode 6.
Damn. So anyway, you can kill that. I'm real happy with the website. I've never built a website before. We went through Squarespace. Yeah, it was actually pretty easy to build. I took Erica's art, put it into Photoshop, started kind of playing around with some imagery.
Yeah.
Threw it all into the website. But Oddmodworks.com. Please check it out. Check out some of the artwork.
Check it out. Take a look.
Erica has some amazing stuff, and she'll continue to update and put new stuff up.
Yeah, she's like I said, very talented, very talented. Like these are two talented people. It's just, it's just the way they do things. It's just like, okay. And Karl, like a lot of people have, like, I've told people in the store, and they've always like, they were like, Karl doesn't look like he could do all that and stuff. I'm like, y'all just don't know. Karl has to be like on like level 1 when he's here. Like when he leaves, he's like level like 38, and he's a whole nother dude. But in general, they don't know that. I know that.
It's weird for me to think that there are people at work that watch this, and no one ever says anything to me about it, like ever. And I don't know if it's just a couple people at work have watched it or watched a couple episodes. I don't really know, because no one ever talks about it. So, and I don't want to be that guy that's just running around work all the time going, watch my podcast. So
yeah, I get it. I get it.
I kind of just keep it low key. But it's kind of weird to me that there are people watching it that see, I guess, and I don't know that I'm a different person at work, but I maybe not be quite as crazy.
You have to be a different person.
They call me Tommy though, so. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different reason though, because you go off. You'll do what you're supposed to do, but then when somebody gets out of line, that's where all that corporate shit goes out the window. But in general, once again, but that's, people have to respect people regardless. That's the main deal,
Yeah, that's true. But there's been far too little of that lately.
Yeah, it's a lot of it, man. I mean, the thing about it, I don't understand nowadays is that what happened to just being respectful on an everyday level with people.
I think there again, it's not just the isolation from COVID. I think the isolation from technology and the fact that we're so bold to do things when we're not face to face,
right?
That when we are face to face, people don't even, you know what I mean? Like I don't think you have. It's weird, I was playing online hockey for a while, and I stopped,
right?
Because I would see this shit constantly where there was just this like latent racism going on. And it'd be like, they'd create a character and they'd have like the name on the back of it would be the most racist shit they could come up with.
Right.
Just stupid shit.
Yeah.
And you would think to yourself, like, that dude's probably 12.
Exactly.
But even if he's 35, he's still a punk.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't buy a jersey and have that shit put on the back of it.
Right.
And no. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's the truth.
But it's okay, because you're holding a controller and you're miles away from anybody else that's playing, so no one knows it's really you. And so when you go out in public as that person, you got all that shit where you're constantly expressing how fucked up and racist and trolly you are and all that kind of shit. And then, like, you probably just don't have decent interactions with people like you would if you just had manners and knew how to respect people.
Yeah, that's the thing that just, like I said, respect is went so far out the window. I remember when at one point people would see somebody old and like, hold on, let me help you, or you can go in front of me, or things like that. Now people don't care, like they don't give a crap. It's just like and it is.
There was a time when you didn't have to call it paying it forward.
Yeah.
It was just manners.
Yeah. Yep.
It was just how people were.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, technology, it's done so much. I mean, now And this is funny. One of my friends, we had this conversation, and he was like, now people don't even know how to talk. Like, dudes don't know how to talk to women anymore because fact of they're going online, they just blah 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 blah. But then when they get personal, get into the personal interaction with the person face to face, they don't know how to talk.
No,
and it's like,
and their expectations on everything are fucked up.
Yeah,
because they're expecting, when you were growing up,
right?
What kind of porn did you have available?
Yes.
Like, I'm telling you, like a Macy's catalog, if you got to the bra section, that worked. That was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at what kids can pull up on their phone.
Hey, man, they put
now
any fucking thing.
And like fetish crazy. Yeah, like some crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't agree with far as in, certain parents, letting kids have that access because, like you're saying, they're learning something they shouldn't be learning, not yet. And
it just puts an unhealthy, expectation on sex. I'm not saying that you can't be into any of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, I really have no problem with any of it at all. But I don't know that you should be plunging when you're 16 years old. You know what I mean? Like, can you not just like have innocent sex first and kind of get the
right.
Understand that there's a relationship that needs to be built with the person possibly, and then if you guys want to get into fetish shit, then by all means.
But I mean, there are certain stages in it you need to go. You need to be.
Maybe I'm old fashioned.
It could be, but maybe you need that. That fear of sex is because it's like off The Simpsons. When that time when Bart was under the bed and it was like he heard like Selma, she's oh yeah, and he was just sitting there just with that scared look in his faces, and he's hearing just but it fucked him up to where he don't even want to be with a girl.
No.
That's what needs to happen. Like, you need to go through those stages, and then as you mature and those natural feelings
is that why you're still single?
I'm single for a lot of reasons.
So list those reasons for us.
Oh, okay. Here they go. They go. Number one,
because there's been much debate at work, and I haven't really chimed in. I've been kind of leaving it alone.
Number one, I want to be. Number two, I want to be. And number three, I want to be.
You want to be single?
I mean, I choose to be right now. I don't have like that. I don't have that itch to be like that. Wow, I want to be. I don't have that. Like, I just don't. I don't have that. Like, don't get me wrong. I might see something that I like. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like, do I really want to get things started? Because if I do, this may happen, and this may happen.
What may happen?
A lot of stuff, man.
Like what?
A lot of stuff, man. You could, I'm not going to talk to because you setting me up. This is what the hell you do.
We're just two friends having a conversation, my friend. Come on.
Two friends having a conversation.
I'm trying to help you out.
People, I need you to understand what he's going to do. If I fuck around and I say some shit right, he's going to go take this after he edits it, and he's just going to call a couple people over that work in the store. Hey, what you think about this episode? And play this part. And then let that resonate to them. And then next thing you know, when I come walking in, just going in like I used to get some fruit and shit, they gonna be on my ass.
I'm not gonna 100% deny that, but that wouldn't be my intention.
That is 99.9 of your intentions. Yeah, that 1% is just because you had to go and say, "Hey, look here." That's it. That's it. Yeah, you can spend all you want to spend that little wheel. Yeah, even the wheel knows you're full of shit. But it's just the truth. It's the truth. I mean, right now, it's a lot going on. But in a sense, like, I don't know right now. It's like,
what is a lot going on?
It's a lot. I mean, I just don't.
So you building a basement out?
I just don't have it like
editing a podcast.
No, I mean, but green screen coming soon. There's a lot of shit that's gonna get ready to go on. Oh, there's a lot of shit. But in general, in general, I mean, I just, how, you used to be young and you like,
oh, I used to be young.
Like you would have those, remember when like Adam Sandler said off of Little Nicky, the butterflies, you would get that feeling and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like after you get older and you talk to a couple girls and
all your butterflies are dead.
Like they dead as fuck. Like they just.
So you just don't feel nothing when you meet girls. You're just like whatever.
That song doesn't come on like, "Well, I feel like little boy." None of that comes on no more. It's just like, okay.
So maybe you start batting for the other team.
Hell no. Me bat for the other team? Hell no. How dare you?
Why not?
Hell no. I don't want to bat for the other team. Shit, I do the swinging over here. God damn it.
Oh, you don't have to take.
Hell no, I don't.
There are plenty.
I don't want to do that.
Don't have anal sex at all.
I don't want to do none of that shit. Fuck that shit. You
some
can keep
hand
that
stuff,
shit.
some
you
mouth
have
stuff.
That shit won't come over here. No, it stops right over there. Now, or on your computer, sure you can, but I won't.
What do you mean on my computer?
Sure,
you've been looking through my search history.
You look here. You can do it. You can do whatever you do over there. That's over there. But over here.
You've been see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, sure. But look here.
Sure.
Look here. That's it. But at the end of the day, I'm not on that shit. But it's just like now, after your experiences, like after your experiences with like different, like, okay, disco light, but your personal experiences like with dating and all that stuff, you kind of go through the same cycle and shit, and you don't want to go through like repeatedly just kind of like just dating and dating, and it's the same cycle after a while. Then you have to meet the parents, and then you have to sit there, and they ask you that like crazy ass question, the father, what are your intentions with my daughter, and you have to go through that same like. And as he's monologuing in your head, you're like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to answer now. And then you give back and he goes, well, that other part, he goes, well, I love my daughter to death, blah, blah, blah.
I know one dad that's already on board.
Stop it. Stop it. See, he set me out so bad. And I know he's doing it. And I already know. I don't know if he's on board, but I don't know if he's on board for that or if he's.
I don't know. He's made some comments.
I'm saying though, I mean, it's a different on board now. It's a different on board. But I won't like talk too crazy because I've been threatened by the mother as well. Like I had said something.
What do you mean you've been threatened by the mother?
Well, the time where he tried to break my thumbs is because of the fact of what I said about his daughter, and the fact of that somebody went back and told her, and that's why he had to try to break my thumbs. Simply because I said to her, "Hey, your dad should have shot you off on a towel." What is wrong with that?
That is terrible. I heard about that. That was brought to my attention.
Look here. Look, people, y'all believe my mouth is not that bad. It's not.
What do you mean? You just admitted to saying it.
Look here.
We didn't know it existed until it just came out of your mouth right now. What do you mean?
Look here. Trust me. They know it existed. I'm pretty sure a couple of y'all done did that towel. Some of you probably socks. But either way.
Why would you ever use your sock?
I don't know.
That seems terrible. I would not want to walk around with one crusty foot.
I was asking that question when I seen it on American Pie when old boy was putting the sock over and his dad walked in. He's like, oh, geez.
Well,
mom did.
He put it in a pie, too.
He did put it in a pie.
I don't think you should be taking advice from him.
But either way, but he did have a chance to get Nadia, though. Yeah. She was, oh, you 60, boy. And then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm a bad boy, and whatever that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think reason I felt like, I felt for him because me and him got like the same size head. Because this shit is like big and then it's go out. My shit is big and it go wider out this way and then it kind of go out that way. But, but he got like.
What size ball cap do you wear? Like a fitted cap?
7 5/8.
That's not horrible. I mean, it's a big head. Well, I mean, I'm 7 1/4.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I'm a genius. So
I mean, I'm just saying.
You must be really, really smart.
I'm just saying. No, I just said something about somebody should have been shot on the tower. That's not smart.
No, especially when you're saying it to his daughter.
I mean, he just happened to overhear. They laughed.
Did he laugh?
Yes, he did. And then he while he was laughing, he was coming over here to attack me. But still, I mean, in general, I mean, my thing is you're not. And then the reason why that was said, because something was said to me first.
You always say that, but you're generally the instigator.
I want you to understand. Sometimes I have came in and people see me.
You send random texts out of nowhere to her about her
box
posterior.
Look, I have not done that in a while. Thank you. Let me go ahead and do that now. I mean, what shall I say? What shall I say? I don't know yet. I'll have to think about it, but I'm glad you reminded me of it, you know. But still, either way, we have digressed from wherever the hell we was talking about.
I don't even know.
No, but seriously, I just you know, now, and then at the same time now with women, it's a totally different game now. People don't date because they like each other anymore. They date because the benefits of each other. It's not about two people like really being with each other, you know, really because they really like each other.
I can't speak to it. I've been off the dating market for way too long. So
that's part of like the old generation and shit where y'all two really do like love each other and really do care about each other and shit. But this new day and age,
like intensely.
Yeah, you know, and it's great, you know, and y'all sit up there and y'all look like right now she walked in, like the song like Stardust we're playing, you know, and we will build this thing together. You know what I'm saying?
Hair blowing
and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that I need is you. And then you come up and like, you all that I want to do.
I can't even hit that.
Yeah, you know.
You don't want me to try?
Don't do that. Don't do
bad.
That.
Erica would want me to try. She loves when I sing.
It probably sound like a deer and a bear fucking like some shit you never heard before.
So there were so many things that told me that she was the one. Mm-hmm. But one of them was when back in the day I was a seafood manager, and she worked in floral, and you could look up aisle 8. Mm-hmm. And see her department. The floral counter was kind of at the end of aisle 8. And
right.
We'd be standing behind seafood, and I'd look at her, and a song would come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like Roy Orbison, right? Okay. So I would call her on the phone, and then I would start singing the song to her, but really terribly.
Oh, God.
And she would be crying, laughing. Like she couldn't even stand up.
Oh,
like,
God.
And she's sitting on the floor, tears streaming out of her face. And I'm like,
oh shit!
Like really bad, like horrible.
God.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, she's a keeper. There's no doubt about it.
But you know what though? That's like the sign right there when you can say like or do some dumb shit, and you're stepping out your boundaries to try to be that impressive, and they laugh. They actually like you. It's just that's the whole key to it. People think that you got to go and be all this suave and shit. Like, I've seen some people say some of the stupidest shit ever in life to somebody, and they be like, and the people are like, "Oh, you so crazy!" Like, what? And then somebody come up and be like, "I've always had my eyes on you, and always, oh, get away from me!" You know, I've seen that shit.
Find a way to make a girl laugh.
Yeah.
If you can make her laugh, you're good.
Yeah, that's it's easy. That's easy. And sometimes it's a little overboard, but it's easy.
Your problem is you're making too many girls laugh. Then they want to keep coming back to the stand-up show.
That is the problem.
And you're like, one ticket only, ladies.
That is the problem. Like me and like one of my friends, like that's the thing about me and him. Like back in the day, we would like go over like females' houses and stuff, and we would just be talking and we would be entertaining ourselves, but they would love it so much. And then next thing you know, I didn't know, like me, I'm dumb sometimes. I don't know sometimes when girls like me. And then next thing you know, I'm alone with them. Oh, we doing this. Oh, it's happening right now. Okay, it's happening right now. All right, I'm here. Wow, you're warm. But either way, But
that was always my problem. I was so oblivious.
Yeah, I sometimes like, you miss the signs. Oblivious. You miss it.
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, sometimes you're just unsure. Like, okay, I've seen this reaction before in people, and then it's like, I don't know, should I make the move or not? And then next thing you know, you find out like a year or so later, she done got like 3 kids and stuff like that and some shit.
Okay, so I was living in California for a few years, Bay Area, and I was going to community college out there.
Okay.
And I was taking photography and computer graphic programming. And there was this girl that I was totally into, but I completely thought that I was like friend zone, right?
Right.
So we would hang out all the time. And in thinking back now, she flirted with me so fucking ridiculously, right? And I never fucking saw it. So she stopped hanging out with me. And like 6 months later, I'm hanging out playing basketball with a buddy of mine. And we're playing with these dudes, and this dude's talking to his friend about this girl. And I'm like, wait, so-and-so? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, I used to hang out with her. And he was like, what's your name? And I was like, Karl. And he was like, dude, she totally thought you were gay, bro.
Oh man.
Now did you flip back?
Yeah, I did flip it back, but here you can have it back down.
Yeah, there you go. Because yours falls asleep.
Yeah, I thought I turned it off, but still, now she's Jesse's girl. No, I'll tell you. Yeah,
seriously though. But and what was funny was he had totally used that to get with her.
Oh wow.
And so well, no, but honestly, I didn't hate him for it. We talked a bunch of shit. He was like, oh, she was skanky, bro, and this and that. And I was like, well, I don't. But I had like this super thing for her, and then just thought like I was always going to be in the friend zone. So when she stopped hanging out with me, I was like, well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like I said, but that's another thing too. Like, I think honestly, if women would just sometimes speak their mind and say what they feel, I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, a man constantly has to put the courage on to step to you and put his feelings out there all the time.
Okay, so I want you to think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a woman that could come up to you and say, I want to have sex with you, and you would say, thanks, but no thanks?
You know the reason why I would?
No. Wait, is there a woman? Doesn't matter if there's 1,000. Is there at least one woman that could walk up to you and ask you that, and you would say, no thanks?
I'm probably nervous because of the fact that I wouldn't believe it. But I'll be honest with you, and now in Atlanta right now,
I'm saying, is there a woman that you would like, no, I'm not interested in having sex with that?
In my mind, I'm like, is it free?
So you would it didn't matter what she looked like?
Nah.
At all?
To a certain extent. I'm not going to sit there and play myself or play her.
Like she's got a huge boil on her neck?
No, she's not going to look like Quasimodo. No.
Okay. So knowing that it's not 100% guarantee for any woman, because you don't know what the dude's into.
Right.
Okay. How bad is it when the common quote is, oh, all a woman has to do is just say she wants dick and she can get dick? But then if you actually get rejected, it's 100 times worse than a dude going, well, if I just ask 100 women for pussy, I might get one.
Right.
And then if he doesn't, oh, well, dudes get shot down. It's not that big a deal.
I mean, after a while, because we do it so much, we're kind of numb to it. I mean, but in general,
so I just don't see it as something that would change anytime soon with women. I wouldn't put myself out there if I was a woman.
If a woman, honestly, right now in this day and age here, and right now in Atlanta, walks up to me and says, "I want to have sex with you," I'm gonna scream out, "That's a man!" and I'm gonna run.
I would say this: if I had the assets that women have, I would probably make a dude work for that shit too.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying like that. That's not free shit. That's
I understand that, but here's the thing though. When did we stop putting women on this high pedestal? When we should be equal.
What?
We should be equal.
There is no equal.
We should be equal.
No, equal is stupid.
We should be equal.
Equal is stupid.
Because at the end of the day, I was made with something that you need and you have something that I need. We were made to be together.
Okay, so look, I'm going to tell you that even in twins, biological, identical twins,
right?
There are differences.
Exactly.
Okay. And one of them's going to be better at these things and another's going to be better at that.
Right.
Okay. Nothing's equal. Nothing in life is equal. What you need to do, what anybody needs to do, is look at what you can do and focus and drive towards that.
All right.
And I guarantee you what you can do, I'm never going to be able to do.
Well, I'm
because that's not my lane.
Right. That's true. That's true. But I'm just saying in general is that, you know, the problem is with some men out here, what they do is they put, just because they're trying to talk to any and every woman, they put them all on this pedestal. And at the same time, don't get me wrong, there are women who do realize their potential and they have it and they know it. And once you have it, once you realize your potential and you have it, yeah, I say do it. But these dudes just running up and just these females out here who got the boil on their neck and, oh, you the baddest thing I've seen, blah, blah, blah. Stop doing that. And now
to them, it might be.
No, that some of them are just desperate.
No. I'm telling you, there are people that like all kinds of different shit.
I understand.
Just because you don't like it.
I understand. The guy from Big Daddy, he was like, yeah, I have to touch your feet. I understand. They do that shit. But I'm just saying in general, because don't get me wrong. Yeah. Pedestal, whatever, that's how, but in general, we still are men. You know what I'm saying? Like we're men. We put here, we're here to conquer new land. We are here. We are just we dudes. We still, you know what I'm saying? Like we still go in there and do the dirty job, the grind. Like we still are men, like regardless, you know. That's just how I feel. Like, you know.
So you think the dirty job guys are the ones that should be put on pedestals?
I'm not saying put on a pedestal, but I'm saying being just kind of respected on an equal level. I mean, I know this is a man's world.
But I respect it on a different level. I might respect it as much, but on a completely different level.
But the thing about it is, I'm not going to sit here and chase women all day long. I'm not going to do that.
No one asked you to.
The chase is not fun anymore.
You don't have to chase.
I don't have to chase. Shut up. Stop it. You're going back to that again.
I'm not going back to anything. I just saying that you don't have to chase.
I don't. You damn right don't have to chase. I don't have to chase. I just
don't have to chase shit.
I don't have to chase.
I didn't chase.
Huh?
I didn't chase.
Well, of course, here's the reason why you didn't chase. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how much talking, how much shit you just said that was stupid and nuts that she laughed at, guess what? She chose you in the end.
Oh, she chose me in the beginning too.
I'm just saying, but in general, and that comes from the people in the book of LL Cool J. Thank you. Yes, a man don't choose a woman, a woman chooses a man. That's LL.
Mm-hmm.
One love, baby. So anyway, but yeah, that's just what it is. But the whole battle of the sexes, men and women, the whole dating game, all that now it's all about status. It's not all about you anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what people are looking for out of a relationship anymore. I think everybody's just kind of weird as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's all about what you got. And then at the same time, men, we've done this thing so wrong to women. I do agree, is that most dudes I know, they all want a woman with a big butt, curves, and made females feel like just because they don't have that, they're not accepted. And that's the biggest thing. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that is, as far as in men, that is our fault, you know, because we're supposed to be different all around, you know, we're supposed to be different, you know.
So I think that you definitely find trends in what's popular with women.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is driven by media and male perspective, I'm sure. I still think that, as I don't want to say people get more woke, but just people are given so many more options of what's out there now. You have, you know, beautiful plus size models. Yes, I've always thought Queen Latifah was hot.
Oh yeah, Queen was the shit. You know, I just didn't like that big ass hat back in the day. African hat you used to wear for unity and shit. I was like,
did you see her in Chicago? Have you ever seen Chicago?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so Chicago was a musical.
Yep.
And they adapted it to film in a really, really great way. And it's basically, is it Renee Zellweger?
I think it is Renee Zellweger.
Yeah. And it's basically from her point of view, and they're real scenes, but then it goes into her fantasy of what she sees is going on in this particular scene, and they become very kind of dynamic musical numbers, and they're really cool.
Right.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it, Richard Gere, and Queen Latifah. And Queen Latifah, I'm telling you, like, oh, that woman can sing.
Yeah, she can sing. She can sing.
They were all fantastic singers and dancers in that, and they all worked, like, they all did their own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of women who have curves and stuff like that, Don't get me wrong. I am a fan of women who have curves. Like I said, curves. I like pieces of the rib, not the whole damn rib. So, in general with that, I'm just saying, like, not too big, but
I feel like that was a dig at somebody.
I'm just saying, because don't get me wrong, I'm all for women feeling better about themselves. Like I said, just, just don't put on the same outfit that somebody has on, and they're like 20 sizes down and you're like 100 sizes up.
You're shaming people.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Okay. Guess what? We just found our new ending point there.
Oh man. Once again, people, man, we thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, comment, subscribe. Go to our IG page, definitely. And one more time, please go to the website, thehazynut.com. Check it out.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out oddmodworks.com.
That's right, oddmodworks.com.
Yeah.
Check it out.
We'll be doing event info and try to give you guys a ton of content. So, peace, everybody.
Peace. Wow.